Looking to add the vintage LV St. Cloud to your collection, but not sure which one's going to fit your body shape or which one's going to fit your essentials? Well, that used to be me, and I would spend hours and hours and hours scrolling through the Purse Forum and Instagram and YouTube to see mod shots and find what fits. But I've got both of these bags in my hot little hands, and I'm here to give you the ultimate comparison between the vintage LV St. Cloud PM and St. Cloud GM, so you can decide which is the best bag for you to add to your collection. So in this video, I'll be comparing the prices that I paid, dimensions of the bag, pictures of the bag side by side, mod shots of the bag, including at 3 different strap settings, so to help you figure out where the bag's going to hit you on your body and which bag's going to be the best for you. And we'll be looking at what fits so you can gauge if it's going to fit your daily essentials. So I bought the GM St. Cloud back in 2018. I got it from a Thai Instagram seller, and the price I paid was so good, guys. It was only $130 US. The prices back then, oh, they were to die for. If I knew what was going to happen to the prices, I would have just bought a whole more ton of vintage LV bags. But the more you know. Now the PM size, I just unboxed this March 2023, and I'll link the unboxing video up above and in the description box down below for you if you want to check that out. And I got this from my favorite Japanese reseller, brand JFA. I got it this time from their direct website, so not their eBay store, and I paid a really good deal. It was only $223 US. How good is that? And look at the condition. Like, the patina is not even that dark. The leather is not even that dry. I mean, there's a bit of dryness. The hardware is tarnished, but that's something that I can just deal with. That's fine. And the most exciting part is the pockets are not sticky and tarry. So that's the back pocket and the inside slip pocket. So it is flaking, bit of dry peel. I don't know if you can see the dots on my fingers, but it's nothing too bad at all. Like, I can still use the bag as is. But actually, I am going to be refurbishing this bag, and I'm going to be filming the whole entire process as a tutorial video for you guys. So if you're interested in learning step by step how to refurbish vintage LV bags, watch out for that tutorial video, which I'll be doing in the future. So let's check out the dimensions of both bags. So starting with the PM, it's 6.5 inches wide at the base, 2 inches deep, and 6.5 inches tall. So it's a bit of a square from the front. Now the strap drop is 17 to 22 inches long. Now the GM, it's 9.5 inches wide at the base, 2.5 inches deep, and 9 inches tall. So this one's a little bit less square at the front compared to the PM size. And the strap drop is 16.5 to 20 inches. Now, just to summarize, what that means is the GM size is wider at the base by 3 inches compared to the PM. It's 0.5 inches deeper than the PM and 2.5 inches taller than the PM. However, the PM has a longer strap drop, so it's 0.5 to 2 inches longer in the strap drop compared to the GM. So I thought that was interesting. Okay guys, so I want you to stop here and just have a little think. So based off the dimensions you just saw, think about what items you normally carry and have a think about whether or not the PM or the GM is better suited to carry those items based off the dimensions. Then comment down below so far, which size do you think is best for you? Now, I actually have an in-depth review video of the GM bag. So if you're interested in researching more about the GM size, I'll actually link that video up above and in the description box down below for you. So let's compare pictures of the bags side by side. So here are the 2 bags from the front. Now, I just want to point out my 2 bags actually have 2 different style buckles. So the PM one is super vintage. It's pre-date code. And the buckle is just one consistent depth all the way around with no engraving. Whereas my GM one, that's got a 92 date code on it. And the buckle, actually at the very front at the bottom of the buckle, it's actually gone flat and it has Louis Vuitton engraved onto the buckle. So there is a bit of a difference there, because the PM one is pre-date code, so it's the super old version. Here's what they look like from the back. So it's the same construction. They both have a slip pocket at the back. From the side, so it's just the same there again. This is what it looks like from the bottom. And this is what it looks like on the interior. So there's another difference I need to point out here again. So the PM being the super vintage older model, this one has a slip pocket, whereas the GM is the 92 date code one. That has a zippered pocket. So there's a bit of a difference there again. Hey everyone, and if we haven't met before, I'm Lady Vintage Bags and I'm a vintage designer handbag lover, and I'm here to show you that you can not only own but even collect gorgeous designer handbags just on a budget by buying vintage. So if you're into pre-loved, vintage and affordable designer handbags, then stick with me because I'm your gal. Okay, now back to the video. Okay guys, let's get into the nitty gritties of the mod shots. So again, just to reiterate, I've got 3 different strap settings of mod shots. Let's go from the shortest to the longest. And I'll be showing you crossbody, one shoulder, and one shoulder from the side view as well. Okay, so on the shortest strap setting, the PM has a strap drop of 17 inches, whereas the GM has a strap drop of 16.5 inches. So there is a half an inch difference on the shortest setting. Now the number of holes the bags have is also different. So the PM has 10 holes, whereas the GM only has 7 holes. So I thought that was also interesting to know. So this is me wearing it as a crossbody. So just for reference, I'm 5'1", 121 pounds. Personally for me, they both hit me at a good spot. So I am on the shorter side, so I can get away with wearing it on the shortest setting. But I know a lot of people are much taller than me, so maybe the shortest setting is not relevant to you. This is what it looks like as a one shoulder bag on the shorter setting. Again, I'm perfectly fine with where that's hitting me on my body. And being lazy, I don't like the bag to be too far away from me when I need to open and close it anyway. And here's the side view for you to look at. So I would say definitely for my frame, the PM does look cuter on my frame. However, I wouldn't say the GM looks too big for my frame at all. I think it just looks like a normal size bag for my frame. So both of these bags I think look fine on my size frame, but the PM is definitely on the cuter side. Okay, so here we are at the middle strap setting. So we do have a difference here. So the PM has a middle strap drop of 19.5 inches, whereas the GM has 19-inch strap drop on the middle setting. So we do have a difference of half an inch there. Now, when I say the middle setting, so what I mean is on the PM, I've got it on the 6th hole from the bottom, and the GM, I've got it from the 3rd hole from the bottom. So this is what it looks like on my frame, wearing it crossbody on the middle setting. So again, I'm not unhappy with this where it hits on my body. I'm perfectly fine with that too. I think they both hit me at a great height for crossbody. As a one shoulder bag, again, I'm perfectly happy with where it hits me on the body. And this is what it looks like as a one shoulder from the side view. Now this is the bag at the longest setting. So the PM now has a strap drop of 22 inches, whereas the GM has a strap drop of 20 inches. So now we have a 2-inch difference in the strap drop. So this is me wearing it crossbody on the longer setting. So you can see the PM is starting to hit a bit lower now. However, I'm perfectly fine again with all of these 3 strap settings. I'd be happy to wear it any of these strap settings for my frame. This is what it looks like on the side profile. So you can see my elbows are much more straight compared to the previous photos of the middle and the shorter strap setting. And here it is on the side profile as a one shoulder bag. So let's just stop and pause here, guys, and have a little think. So based off the mod shots I just showed you and the 3 different strap settings, think about your body shape, your body frame. Which one do you think is going to aesthetically suit your body and hit you where you like your bags to hit? Again, for me, all 3 settings, it worked. I am on the shorter side, so it wasn't really much of a muchness for me, but I'd love to hear how you think it would fit on your body. So comment down below, do you think the PM or the GM and the strap length and where it's going to hit your body is going to suit you better? Now let's take a look at what fits. So here's a snapshot of what I could get into both bags side by side for you to have a look at. We'll start with what fits in the PM. So the PM is a relatively small bag. So what I got in there was a small pouch, my phone, so that's a Google Pixel 3 in case you're specific about phone dimensions, some keys, and a card holder. So here we are with what fits in the GM. So actually everything that I got into the PM, I got into the GM plus. Additionally, I got in a thin cardigan and a bottle of water. So I think if you're going out for a whole day, it's important to know that you can fit a bottle of water in there, albeit it did have to be a bit tilted in the bag. It didn't quite fit standing completely vertical. And you never know, depending on your climate, whether you have different weathers in one day, a thin cardigan might be essential for a day out for you. I initially picked the GM in the beginning because of what can fit. I am a more practical person and I always want to be able to fit all the essentials that I need for that day. So that's why I did buy the GM first. So tell me what you think, guys, after seeing the mod shots and what fits and learning about the dimensions and the strap length. Which one do you think suits you best? Honestly, for the longest time, I wouldn't even consider the PM because I was telling you, I'm typically not a mini bag person. However, more recently, I have been buying smaller bags for my dog walking. And so when I saw this deal on the website, I just couldn't pass it up because I recently started buying mini bags anyway. And now that I've got it in my hot little hands, I was pleasantly surprised at how much I like it. I like the cuteness. I am carrying a little bit less these days, so now it does fit my practical needs. And I think on my frame, this one is a little bit nicer anyway. So I'd love to hear your thoughts, guys. If you're going to buy one, which one are you going to buy? Okay, guys, if you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button and hit subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.